Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is Monday, June 24th, 2013. This is episode number 102 of Timberwolves Explosion. Timberwolves Explosion is available on the sportstuff.com and on iTunes. We thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. Thank you again so very much. Well, here it is, the annual State of the Timberwolves. This is the 2013 edition. This is the big one. Yes, sir. And yeah, I've been on hiatus for 6 weeks because work schedule went berserk, and now it's finally coming back down to earth a little bit. So thank God for that. And yes, I am your host, Paladino Joey, and with me once again is Marcus, the forecaster. He's in the house to talk everything Timberwolves and everything NBA and all that. This is going to be the Yoda and the Luke Skywalker. Yes, we were once called. Like, yes, Joey. Okay, sorry. I was called the Skywalker. You're called the Yoda. Yes, do you like it? Like being called Yoda, do you?
I do. I mean, I would like it better if he didn't die in the movie.
Yep.
Well, I should say spoiler alert. I'm sure everyone knows it.
Huh?
I should say spoiler alert, but I'm sure everyone knows that Yoda dies.
Yeah, I hope I know. There is another Kevin. Okay, sorry. There's another Alex Len. Yes. No, there's another Morris. Yeah, that would be stupid. The Morris twins. All right, now before I get way off track, even though I already am, well, your favorite team was able to pull it off. Unfortunately for some people, and
yeah,
a lot of people hate them. Yes, I like them mostly because of Dwayne Wade. That's how the commercials used to be with Charles Barkley in the TNT days with T-Mobile, which no longer is the sponsor on TNT. It's now Sprint. Yes, sir. But the Miami Heat are back-to-back champions. And, it's the number one topic in the NBA. The Heat have been that ever since it was not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7. The idiotic pep rally they had in Miami. I still remember hearing that going, oh, no, stop. It's like, I want to like you, but stop doing this. You're just going to destroy yourself. But yeah, the Miami Heat are back-to-back champions, as we know. It was something. Game 6 reminded me of the 91 Twins with Kirby Puckett in a lot of ways. It kind of did. And a lot of you, I bet you some of you Heat haters out there from Minnesota are probably ready to choke me right now for saying that. But yeah, Ray Allen's three-point, that was something. It was basically like Kirby Puckett hitting a home run in the bottom of the ninth to tie the World Series Game 6. So, of course, in reality, Kirby won it in the bottom of the 11th. Yeah, but yeah, it just had that feel to it. This was a great series. I mean, win or lose for whoever. Do you agree is a great series?
Yeah, it was.
I mean, for the beginning, and I hate to brag, I did say Heat in 7 from the beginning. I thought this would be one of those kind of series, and thankfully it was one of those kind of series that went all the way.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have a smug look on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that the Spurs would win it all.
Yep, and I don't blame you for it. Your reasoning is better than most people's, I think. A lot of people are kind of being a little petty about it, I think. I think your reasoning is deeper and more interesting. We'll say, yeah, because, I mean, it's interesting. Game 6, it really looked like the Spurs had this thing. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I mean, the Spurs had the title won, without a doubt. Yeah, it's getting kind of weird, too. Seeing something in the background here. Green, yeah, we'll get to that in a little bit. Danny Green. Yes. Danny Green's play did not help in Game 6. No. A lot of things did not help in Game 6, but
especially Ginobili.
Yeah, Ginobili.
I mean, he had some decent games there, but I mean, what happened to him?
What happened? I mean, yeah, Game 5 he was excellent. Was it Game 4 he was terrible? Most of the playoffs, actually, most of the finals anyway, he was bad.
Yeah.
He hit that clutch shot against the way back in our last show, episode 101. He hit the clutch shot against Golden State. Remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
Game one of the second round. After missing horribly at the end of regulation. Remember that? Yeah, look at me making
what's going on? I don't know. It's just all those turnovers.
Yes. It was very Favre-like, very Favre-like in big games at the end. Very Favre-like, especially the very last turnover he had in the series.
But game 6,
yes.
In that fourth quarter, it looked like after a timeout, it looked like LeBron was a different person.
It was kind of creepy.
Yeah, he went from missing free throws, from missing everything to just going off on the Spurs.
Mm-hmm. It was strange. Like you describe how he said we were talking
just
about
the look on
it.
Yeah, just look on his face. Because watching the game, I'm thinking, okay, the Spurs have this. You know,
yeah,
everything's going in for them. Everything's going right. They're getting pretty good calls. You know, then there was a timeout, and they showed LeBron going in, walking off the court. And I'm thinking, okay, watch this dude just come back and go off. I don't know what's going to go back there and meditate.
Yeah, you wonder.
Pray to his God.
Yeah.
And he came back, and the look on his face was like a completely different person. I mean, he had confidence. Pretty much, he knew the game. You know, they're going to win the game. He didn't look tired, and it was weird seeing that. I mean, I don't know if people want to call that clutch or what, but it was something I didn't see. I didn't want to see. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even watch it. Yeah, I couldn't really watch the game.
Oh, look at you! How dare you do this to me?
My brain tuned out as soon as LeBron started going off. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, one of the that does offer an interesting twist to this episode. You know, like how that does offer a very interesting twist. How it's like, yep, yeah, he didn't finish watching it because it was too creepy. It was kind of creepy. He said how his face changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy making up and unders.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
It was kind of creepy.
He couldn't make a layup before, but now he's making everything.
Mm-hmm. It's creepy. Yeah, yeah, all kinds of interesting stuff going on with all that. You wonder what's really, but and no, we do not suspect a conspiracy. No, we don't. No. It's not one of those. The refs actually were okay in this series, I think. They weren't perfect, but they're never going to be. This wasn't like 2006 type of deal with Dirk Nowitzki getting henpecked at the end by the refs. It wasn't one of those. This was a legit thing, but yeah, that was interesting. I want to say LeBron was incredibly clutch, but then at the same time, when you describe the face changing, it's a bit strange. It is a bit creepy.
Let me ask you this: what do you think about that last play with Chris?
Yes.
Excuse me, Chris Bosh.
The block.
Yeah, the block.
The famous block.
Is that what we're going to call it now? The block.
The block.
Like the dunk.
You mean do I think it was a foul or?
Yep. See,
I would. It's one of those. It's one of those crappy situations where it's the final play of a game type of deal, where it seems like the shooter generally gets the short straw. It seems like it's always like that, where they might get hacked a bit, and the refs are like, "Nope, that's it, game over."
Yeah, it's been happening throughout the season, and in the playoffs, you would think that, hey, this is the finals. I mean, we're doing this. We're playing until the game's over. So I don't want to get hacked. Just because they're in the lead, you shouldn't be able to hack me. I want to, I want my team to win. And at that last play, Van Gundy said, if there was 40 more seconds on the clock, that would have been a foul. I mean, why? I mean, it should have been a foul then.
Yeah. Yep. That's what. Yeah. It's one of those things that's kind of been going on in the league for a while. I mean, heck, I even saw Wally Szczerbiak hack Mookie Blaylock one time on a last shot, and it's like no call, game over, type of deal. I mean, it happens. It's very common in the league, or it's an unfortunate situation. If you're going to shoot that shot, you better really try to be as open as you can. Yeah, because you're not going to get bailed out.
Yeah, I think we're both more sensitive to this because of what happened with Ricky Rubio and Kobe.
Yes, Kobe. old Achilles tendon himself.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
You know, he says that wasn't a foul.
Yeah, they ain't gonna call that.
No way. No way they'll call that.
Yeah, it's because he kind of knows it's one of those situations where he can get away with something. Like,
it's not like I hit him in the arm.
Yeah. Or anything. No.
That wasn't a foul.
It's almost like in hockey. Imagine a guy's like an open breakaway to the net or whatever, and somebody whips their stick out. Last play, can't call it. You know? Whips their stick out and trips the guy. It's like, nope, game over. Get off the ice. Okay, sorry. Get off the ice.
I think that Bosch block was actually a foul. Just like the this is another one that I'm not gonna get over. The you know what I'm talking about? The LeBron and Durant one.
Oh yeah, that was the last year. Yeah. That was the last
LeBron basically
year.
rested his arm on Durant's knee.
Mm-hmm. See, to me, that one was actually more of a foul than the Bosch one. Believe it or not, even though some people might look at it and be like, "What do you mean he got like." Hit by a defensive end,
it was a body contact.
It was a body contact type of foul. Yeah, it wasn't like a slap on the wrist. It was like that. Okay, that was noisy. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was a collision.
Yeah.
Where, it's... it just seemed like a lot of the Spurs were in stunned silence at that point. Like, whatever, they're not going to call it. You could just tell they were like that.
Yeah, but the guys on the bench were. The guys on the bench were pretty mad. Like, what are you doing? Come on, it's obviously a foul.
And Green just did the stare, like, okay. You remember that? Did you just see that? Yeah, he just got his hands like, okay.
And the way Bosch, walked off, I would have been mad myself. Like, really?
Yeah.
You're not going to call that?
Yeah, it's funny how they do that. It is funny. And yet, I remember in the past, oh, look at me crying like a baby. Now they're going to hate me. In the past, like, how many times did it happen to the Wolves over the years where they would, like, barely nick somebody, with their tip of their finger, and they'd call a foul on the Timberwolves in that situation, and we'd lose or whatever. Yeah, we'd end up losing. It's like, really?
Oh, and then two other situations with a guy called Big Ticket.
Yes. Yeah, that was some bull. Man.
Did to Sebastian Telfair and Corey Brewer.
Yeah, 2 different games, folks. Yes, that was 2 different games. I still remember Corey Brewer's line because you could read his lips.
Yeah.
He said, "Get some bleeping glasses." I could hear him saying that to the ref. Or not hear it. I could read it, like, perfectly. I'm guessing the ref's like, I couldn't see it or something. That's probably what he said. And then just say, well, then get some bleeping glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what some of you listeners are thinking. Well, it's their fault that, that they weren't 10 points ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Then it wouldn't matter. I know a lot of people say that.
No. Yeah, I hate that.
It was your fault that they had the opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, call it. If it's a foul, call it.
Mm-hmm. It's an unfair type of thing. I mean, like umpires in baseball. There's certain players that, okay, now this is like a huge but certain batters have a different strike zone than others because they're bigger name or whatever. That does happen. Or sometimes a pitcher might have like Kirby Puckett. Yeah, there's the baseball side, right? Yeah, I mean, it's like that. In basketball, it's the same way as well. And then all the conspiracy people will be like, "Oh, they wanted Game 7. Damn it, they want the money." But I kind of figured it was going to be Game 7 no matter what happened, just because that's what kind of series this was.
Yeah, everyone pretty much knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Red Sox, Cincinnati Reds type of series. I mean, this is legendary. Now that's for old school baseball fans before I was born, right there, 1975. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, Game 7.
Game 7. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I pretty much knew that the Spurs are going to win. I was sure of it.
Even on the road, yeah.
Sure of it.
I swear, there's like a curse on road teams in Game 7s in a championship situation. It's like almost impossible. I don't know why, unless you accept in hockey. But real quick, though, really tiny quick with Game 6. I'll just rehash one last time, real quick. Well, the part we didn't even mention, it'll take 3 seconds, is the Spurs were so close to winning this championship that they were up by, they were up by 4 points with 28 seconds left. They already had the trophy in the area, in plain view, with the yellow tape or rope already cording off everything. And I know people talk about this on other shows, but we have to say it too, just because. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before, where a team was that close in that situation. I was almost in tears, actually, because it was kind of sad. I mean, obviously. I mean, I hate it. I hate seeing popularity win sometimes. I really do sometimes, and it's like everybody hated the Heat so much. So it's like, and I wanted them to win with Wade and all that, especially Wade mostly, not Bosch as much. But they didn't win the game. They did not win. I still can't believe what happened here. That game was for the ages. And the best thing is though how it happened to the one team that would never happen to. That's the most amazing part of the whole situation here. In any situation, by the time they're courting out I can't even talk right, but they're putting the borders up to keep the fans from jumping on the court, everything. I mean, if there was any team in the league that would like choke in that situation, it's not the Spurs. It's not, right? They're the ultimate finishing type of team. They're never going to do it, and they did it. What the hell? So to me, it was almost like there's no way the Spurs could overcome that as close as they were to winning Game 7. Holy cow, they were pretty close.
Yeah. And
they were close.
I don't know who to blame. Pop?
Yes. Ginobili. Yeah, what happened to Spoelstra? What happened with Popovich and Ginobili? I don't understand it. What happened with them? Popovich made some decisions that make you just...
Yeah.
What happened to him?
What happened to Diaw?
Who?
I mean...
No.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
He didn't get much playing time.
No.
I mean, he turned to the LeBron stopper.
Mm-hmm.
And then didn't get much playing time. And Green.
Yes. It literally went... I mean, the bottom came out. The bottom came out of his shoes in those last 2 games.
It was that plus...
He's the hottest three-point guy ever. Yeah. And then nothing. Oh, go ahead.
Shoots threes. They don't go in.
Mm-hmm.
Become a defensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Pass the ball. Why are you dribbling?
Yeah. That's not his game.
Yeah.
Just like Mike Miller. It's not his game. You know?
Every time put the ball on the floor. I was like, oh, okay, here we go, turnover.
Yeah. The one teensy-weensy thing on him in Game 6, so we'll read the one last tiny thing.
Uh-huh.
That was an amazing block on LeBron, and though LeBron he almost choked away that game, I have to say.
Yeah.
LeBron almost choked it away. How the hell did LeBron not score in that situation? One-on-one with a guy who's half his size.
Yeah, it was a good block.
He couldn't even score. Danny Green actually was able to knock it out of his hand. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's another thing I hate about the media. I mean, they keep replaying LeBron's dunk on Splitter, like he's
the block too.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah, they keep replaying that, like he's known to dunk on guys. Splitter.
Mm-hmm.
But Dan Green, that was a good block.
That was shocking. I just sat there. I was like, how do you not finish there? I thought it was going to be an and one. I was in a very, very inappropriate mood on Twitter at that point. During the last 3 minutes of that regulation, before things changed dramatically, I was in a very bad sport mood at that point. I was cussing like crazy and saying how I hate how the Spurs always rub it in against the Timberwolves with their threes and all that. Hoisting up threes and they're up by 26. That drives me absolutely bonkers. So it's like that's one of the main reasons I don't like the Spurs. But
that was payback.
Yeah. Which one?
Oh, for the Heat doing that.
Yeah, they were doing it, weren't they?
Yeah, then those Badie shot a three. He's probably practicing, but hey, do that some other time.
Yeah, I hate when any team kind of just starts hoisting threes and they're up by like 30. It's like, come on. But that blocking, where was I?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah, I was going berserk on Twitter, by the way. Yeah, but I was just stunned. How the hell did he get that block? But well, he did. I guess he just did. Kawhi missing the free throw too. That was a big part of that Game 6 situation.
Yep.
That was a big part. I mean, if he makes that shot, they're up by 4. They probably win. Probably because the 3-point does not tie the game unless they foul Ray and stuff. But yeah, that wasn't going to happen. I still can't believe it.
The look on his face when Green made that three.
Mm-hmm.
When he realized his record was surpassed.
Yeah. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah, he was, oh man.
And then I guess that was his way of revenge, was the shot, the 3 of threes right there. That was like the only 3 he hit in the series practically. I mean, he was pretty much non-existent. Yet it was like this old wily veteran who's got like 3 hits in the whole world, or 2, maybe 1 single in the whole World Series. He's like 1 for 18, and then tung, hits a 3-run home run to tie the game, and everybody's like, "What? Oh my God!" You know, that's kind of what it was, wasn't it, with Ray Allen? It was like he just cracked that thing into the upper deck out of nowhere, like Kirk Gibson, 88 World Series. What the hell just happened? Yeah, I sat in front of the TV that night. Yeah, I remember I texted you saying, I don't know what just happened. Remember that? I said something like that. I was texting you. I sat in front of that TV in stone silence for a half an hour. You'd think I'd be jumping up and down like that was amazing, but no, I didn't know what happened. I said the Spurs won, right? Yeah, look at me rehashing Game 6, but that's the main topic. I mean, Game 7 was great, but Game 6 was I'll never forget it as long as I live. It's the best finals game I've ever seen. It would suck to lose that kind of game, though. Game 7, I mean, LeBron was very good in that game. There's no doubt about it. Ginobili was not, though. Ginobili, I don't know what happened. Are you still stunned with Ginobili? Or
Well, I know the Spurs are thinking, thank God he's a free agent.
Yeah.
But I'm just disappointed.
What happened to him?
He couldn't really dribble. He showed some flashes of old school Ginobili.
Mm-hmm. Game 5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but then went back to the turnovers and just like dumb passes. I mean,
terrible.
Yeah.
Because his final turnover was the nail in the coffin. I mean, that was bad. He went under the basket and just like kind of he was like across the body, Brett Favre style, right into LeBron. That was it.
Doing, Manu?
That was it, because that was when LeBron dribbled down the court and then hit his clutch mid-range shot. That was like adios, amigo. Time to go back to Argentina, I guess, unfortunately for Ginobili. Quite possibly. I mean, man, time is short. He's 36 now. You realize Ginobili's 36?
Yeah. And with that age, you would think that he would have better decision-making and say, okay,
what happened
obviously, for whatever reason, I can't dribble.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning the ball over, so I should just become a spot-up shooter or something.
Yeah, and Popovich kept depending on him, which is like, come on, Popovich.
Oh, Pop's face.
What happened to him?
Man, every time Ginobili would throw the ball,
Popovich.
Every turnover, Pop's like, come on, man. I don't want to pull you.
But then
you should have.
Then, of course, Parker had the sore hammy. Unfortunately for him, that was not good.
Yeah, but you would
just
think
like
that Pop would have made a better, some moves or some substitutions. I mean, Green wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I know Pop was saying, okay, maybe, he might start draining them.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't happen. He was turning the ball over.
Yeah, he was too dependent on. See, I mean, I know you're you have counted on this guy for over 10 years. He's helped you win three out of your 4 championships, but eventually it's like if it's not working, you got to pull the trigger. Yeah. You got to turn the switch, flip the switch. But his excuse the whole way is, well, that's how we've always done it, and that was like why Tim Duncan wasn't on the floor at key moments as well.
I think that cost him the game.
Yeah. Game 7, yeah. Cost him Game 7, believe it or not, because they were in it.
And Splitter, he's horrible.
Who?
He's horrible.
Yeah.
He's horrible.
He's not that good.
No, he's not.
He's not that good. I guess the Wolves he is, but not anyone else. Go ahead.
Yeah, the times that Splitter would shoot the ball, I would cringe. He made a couple, and I was surprised. But Spurs need a better center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they do, and it's funny to think of how they had Rasha Nesterovic earlier. Still thinking what a softy he was. He was with the Wolves for a while. But
yeah, I'm not sure what in that last game, Game 7, why they didn't have Gary Neal in there at some point instead of Green or Manu.
Yeah, I mean, why not? He played better than they did. I mean, well, Green was amazing for a while, but when Green wasn't amazing, Neal, I mean, and when Green was great, Neal was actually kind of great too. He was the other guy who was knocking down threes in those Spurs blowouts, Game 3 especially. Jeez,
yep.
That was a sizzler for the Spurs. The Spurs were sizzling.
Well, let me go back to Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
he's a great player.
He is very good. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. He's really good.
Wow.
And to think one of the guys we're going to talk about later on when we talk about the draft is being compared to him. Who would be available at 9 potentially? Not necessarily the trade up guy that we like. Yes.
Yeah, and depending on which website you go to, it changes.
Yeah, some of those mock drafts are pretty stupid. Really? Otto Porter, number 1? What? Really? Have you been drinking too much porter? That's a kind of beer, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. Really? These are supposed to be experts on CBS and all that stuff, too. If Otto Porter goes number 1, I think Terry Porter's coming out of retirement. Yes. It's going to happen. I'm telling you.
And let me ask you this. Who do you like better, Mario Chalmers or Coles?
In clutch moments, Chalmers. But I really like how Norris Cole. I have a crack here. The MC Hammer of the NBA, Norris Cole with his hairdo. Yes, his MC Hammer look. There was a point in games, was it 7? Yeah, it has to be 7. He told LeBron to get up, basically. LeBron was like complaining about a call or something. He said, get up and get over there. He actually had the guts to tell LeBron to get up and get on defense. How about that? Who is that's pretty cool to see a second-year guy have the guts to do that. So I like Cole for that reason. Chalmers is kind of a jackass. But
oh, yeah. Oh. He carries himself like he's the best player on the court.
Yeah, he's too much of a jackass, but he is clutch at times. Oh, but yeah, who do you like more between the two?
Cole.
Cool.
But the bad thing about it is knowing that those two guys came from the Timberwolves.
That's the worst part. Yeah, the best and worst. Oh, David Kahn,
you're welcome.
Trade him down. You're welcome. Trade him down, cash, trade 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 down. Oh, excuse me. Did I? No, I still have a lot more times to say it, but no.
Yeah, usually teams do not want to help super teams.
Yeah.
Like
potential dynasties.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yep.
I mean, even though we got
still got the bag over here. Remember that?
The Beasley.
Yeah. Remember that bag I was talking about? Like, I got the bag where every time he trades down and put cash, we put that cash in this bag here.
Oh.
The imaginary bag I made up that night. Yeah, Cole and Chalmers were 2 different bags, 2 different years there. Yeah. Gone. Okay, sorry. Is gone.
Did we ever get a thank you from the Heat?
No.
Give us Beasley.
All
cash.
All they did was bully us after Barea and Ray Allen had their little dilly after Ray Allen flipped out at Barea for barely bumping him.
Well, that's Bush League.
Yep, Bush League.
According to Ray Allen, that was Bush League.
Oh, I love that night. That was the one night I loved Barea more than I ever have. That one night, that one moment. You're a pussy. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, if any of you missed it,
YouTube. Yep.
Yeah, go on YouTube. Ray Allen called the slight shove by JJ Barea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bush League move. It wasn't.
Ray, you are a pussy. Did I say that?
You said it.
I said it.
Clearly read Brave's lips when you said that.
And outside of that 3-point shot, I was cussing the crap out of Ray that whole game 6, and I'm not kidding. I was furious.
I used to like. He was one of my favorite players.
Mm-hmm.
Until he went to the dark side.
To the dark side of the force. Okay, wrong accent, but that's if Sean Connery was. I always imagine that Sean Connery's Obi-Wan.
Heard just like, what movie is that?
That'd be awesome. If Sean Connery was Obi-Wan. That would have been awesome, wouldn't it? I wish. God, I wish.
Yeah, Ray Allen I guess he had his reasons to leave Boston, but not everyone's leaving Boston.
Yeah, it's turned into duct tape, and because that's the next topic.
It's a fire sale is what it is.
Yeah, outside of Duncan's missed tip-in, that was kind of, that's the one really brief. Yeah, Duncan's missed tip-in was kind of the nail in the coffin in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
and no, I'm not mad at him. It was the Game 7 curse, I think. If you're the road team, it's just like almost like destined to not go your way.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish Kawhi didn't shoot that 3.
Yeah.
So early. He didn't have to shoot that.
Yep. Rushed.
Yeah, and I think it was Ginobili's fault, I believe.
Mm. I agree.
It's a combination of Manu and Pop not benching him.
Popovich is a mule, man. I'm telling you, he really is. He's stubborn. He's stuck in his ways. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's bad. Sometimes it's bad.
Oh, yeah, and another reason is it has probably to do with the Heat scoring.
Yeah, the Heat scoring. Yeah. Yeah. You know, LeBron went. Yeah, he made a shot. Whatever.
They made the shots. You know?
Yeah, you know, it's just like last year. There was like a guy who hadn't been playing very well. The whole series got hot at the right time, and now this time it was Battier. Last year was Miller. It was Miller and Battier last time.
Yeah, it was Miller this time too.
In a way, yes, that's right. The sock shot, right?
Yeah,
the sock,
yep.
The shoeless Mike Miller.
Yeah,
shoeless Mike Miller, the sock shot. Yep.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time I saw them make something like that, it's a weird shot. I was like, watch that be in the highlights because they're going to win this.
Yeah. It's almost like it is staged in a way. Like it's destiny.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's going to be in it. God dang highlights.
I would not want to be the road team in a Game 7. That's the thing. It's like a curse. It's like you're just not going to win. I mean, as great as the Spurs are, and it's just seeing Tim Duncan miss that tip in just told me that it's like it's a curse. And did you ever think in your lifetime you would see Tim Duncan actually like crying? He was actually crying.
Yeah,
he was really upset, and he was
probably better off not even attempting being able, you'd rather not even. You probably would have rather shot an air ball.
Yeah, because it's just like you're just stunned. I actually missed it.
Yeah, I think just a little bit more, a little less in the wrist. It would have went in, but
it was just like way off to the side. Like, whoa,
yeah,
what happened? It just was. It was the Game 7 curse. It's just like get the ball over there. Game 7, Home team has to win unless you're the Washington Bullets in 1978, or like the Celtics in the 60s. I believe they took one of those, but that's a long time ago.
Yeah, missing shots like that's gonna haunt you.
That sucks. Yeah, I did feel for him a bit, and the funniest part, I've never seen Greg Popovich more happy. Have you? That was strange. Did you see how happy he was?
I missed it.
Did you see how kind he was to everybody? When he's walking on the court when the Heat were, had just won and everybody's kind of shaking hands and stuff. Popovich is like the happiest man in the world. Like, what's going on here? Like his nephews just won. Like, we lost, but our nephews got a championship. I love my nephews. It's like, what? It's kind of weird. But I guess that's Popovich for you. I have no idea what's on that man's mind.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Whereas, like, after they lost Game 6, I thought he was going to be a serial killer that night. He was so mad. Him and Ginobili were furious.
I don't know what Ginobili can't even say anything after that last performance. I don't know if
last two.
I mean, is this the end of Manu?
I think so. I think it has
on
to
Spurs?
Be on the Spurs.
Or
maybe
just period. You think it's retirement time?
I think it could be. I think it almost should be. For his own good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, all the injuries.
Unless he goes to the Grizzlies or something. No,
come to the Wolves.
Yeah, that would be the Wolves way or Minnesota sports way. Pick up like Donovan McNabb, when he didn't care anymore for the Vikings, stuff like that.
Pay Ginobili $11 million.
Yeah, and then say, oh well, we screwed up there. No, we have to give him 5, right? Just like, no, okay. Well, I probably won't bring him up again. So, I guess in closing, it was a great series. It was. It was unfortunate for the way things turned for the Spurs, but it was a great series. Any closing thoughts on the finals?
No. Hopefully the Timberwolves will be in it.
Yes, I'm believing. I am. Yes, that's what we want more than anything. Just whenever you see a team win the title. Yeah. Are you a believer? You're like, no.
I'm not a believer.
Joey, you're freaking crazy. Sorry. I'm a believer in a very subtle way. Like, only because Dallas won in 2011, it's like there's a small chance somebody besides like the super teams with the nice climates. Not that Miami's a nice climate. I hate humidity. But, yeah, some people like it. Speaking of people going to a potentially warmer climate, Doc Rivers is Was he traded or was he signed? I'm still not sure what the hell happened here, but I guess traded.
Well, they can't call it a trade because
No.
they want to also get Kevin Garnett. So what they're calling it, I guess, is, I don't know, trying to find some type of loophole. They call it compensation.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of like baseball or something. I don't even know. Yes, baseball does that sometimes when they lose a free agent and they get a draft pick in return or something like that. That's basically what happened. Celtics get a draft pick because they lost a free agent or something. I think it could even happen in a coach sometimes. I think it's kind of like baseball. Yeah, something's going to happen with the Clippers. By the way, since the coaching carousel, this is kind of like a whole big topic. You could say, obviously, the Clippers need a new coach because we didn't talk about it in the last several weeks here. Vinny Del Negro is gone. He was a potential candidate for Denver, but he has now lost that out to Brian Shaw, who finally gets a head coaching job. It seems like he's been a candidate 1,000 times. He finally got a job, and it was in Denver. That's probably the best one he could have gotten, except for the LA Lakers, maybe. But Denver's better. Right now they are. Of course, Denver. Yeah, why does Denver need a new coach? Because they fired George Karl because they couldn't come to some type of contractual agreement. Kind of like Larry Brown years ago with Detroit. Like, what happened again? George Karl got kicked out of Denver.
Yeah, coach of the year to being fired.
What? Who did he kill in the background here? It's in a secret case. Nobody? Jason Kidd.
Yeah, where do you think Karl land?
Some people were actually almost hoping Minnesota, if what's his name just decides not to stick around.
I mean, he's another guy who has a well-built doghouse.
Yes, he does.
So I think coming here wouldn't really benefit our young guys.
Yeah, it's too much of this doghouse crap, isn't there?
Yeah.
If you want to have a doghouse, it's probably not going to work too well with the young guys.
Yeah,
unless they're really bad.
Yeah, and that's the thing I'm hoping Flip would do something about. Like, told Adamant, you got to play these guys.
Yeah, really, it's like we're dying here. Come on. You're killing us. You're killing us, Mr. Adelman. Yeah, stop being like Dan Tony, according to Vince Germano of the Courtside Podcast. Being an Italian, he says it's Dan Tony, not the Antoni. Yes. Just like D'Amico and Sons, not D Amico. That's like it's a restaurant, D'Amico and Sons. So it's like I should have already known that. Shame on me for that. So I apologize. Apologize, Mr. D'Antonis. Yes.
Yeah, but what do you think will happen after? I guess Doc is already in.
He's a Clipper.
He's already a Clipper. What's going to happen to Boston?
That's the interesting
team.
Huh? That's
your team. What's going to happen?
That is kind of weird, isn't it? Because Doc Rivers, I mean, he was a hell of a coach for that team. He really was. Now he's going to be the Clippers coach. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's because it's a matter of who are they going to have. That's the question. Is it going to be Dwight? Is it going to be Kevin Garnett? Would Paul Pierce actually go there after all those years in Boston? It's kind of weird. I mean, it's not like you can take everybody sometimes, but I guess the Knicks kind of took everybody from Denver years, over the last couple. But that was kind of like a long course of time. They even had Chauncey for a few minutes. Boston, though, they're kind of like, they're a funny team. They have some youth on that team, but it's not necessarily good youth. Some of it's good and some of it isn't.
I mean, they basically have Avery Bradley.
Yeah.
I mean, what, is he going to be a shooting guard full time? Because once Rondo comes back,
yeah.
I mean, without Pierce, I don't think they're going to have Pierce. I don't think they're going to have Garnett. And, I mean, the only thing they have is Avery Bradley, Rondo, and Jeff Green.
Jeff Green, who's was a health hazard for a while there. He started to show some signs last year. I like Bass a little bit, but he's only so good. He's not going to kick. He's not going to shock anybody. And Avery Bradley to me is an absolute wild card. I don't know what to think of Avery Bradley. Like they kind of act like he's a second coming over there, But he's another one of those 6'2" guards that's not a point guard, that is a point guard, that isn't a point guard. They drive me crazy.
I mean, he's going to have to play shooting guard once Rondo comes back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who's going to? I mean, Jason Terry. I kind of feel bad for him. I mean, why would Jason Terry get the tattoo?
Yeah, that was kind of. What's he doing again?
Oh, he got the tattoo of the logo.
The Celtics?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, what's he doing? What is he doing?
I mean, come on. Just be happy there. There's no need to get a tattoo. I mean, know it's a business. Like everyone says, once they get traded, well, it's a business.
Mm-hmm.
He might not even be there. Why get the tattoo?
I'm confused by all that. Yeah, it's strange. And he was terrible last year for the most part.
Yeah.
Like once in a blue moon, he'd make a shot. I guess Avery Bradley's kind of like a poor man's Jason Terry. Kind of, sort of. I don't even know if I should say that. Yeah, Boston, it's a weird mix. They have a couple of decent shooting guards that are, neither one of them's like great, but they can, Courtney Lee and Jordan Crawford, two guys we wanted via the draft or free agency, but we've talked about them ad nauseum on this show, which probably driving some people crazy out there. But it's a weird mix. There's a chance this team is going to really suck.
Yeah,
there's a pretty good chance they're going to really suck soon.
Yeah, because if they lose Pierce and Garnett, I mean, they would have to get someone big in return.
Mm-hmm. I mean, one of the rumors though, if they're the Garnett thing, like why would the Clippers do this? As much as I don't like him, and I know you don't, do you know who it is?
DeAndre?
Blake Griffin. At one point, I don't know if that's probably dead by now, but Blake Griffin of all people. That would be like instantly at least a playoff team again with Rondo and Griffin. You got to think, right?
Yeah, well, they're saying DeAndre Jordan now. But
like,
any more moves between Boston and and the
Clippers?
The Clippers. Davis Hearn's going to shut it down.
Yeah, it's under massive scrutiny right now. Like they're really under the microscope.
Yeah,
it's because it's just strange. Like I don't know what they're. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, they made the mistake of even talking about it. Letting it come out.
Yeah, this could have been one of those under the table things where it's not the most illegal thing in the world. It's just kind of like your loophole type of thing.
Yeah,
it's more one of those poison pill loophole type things.
Let's just do this whole thing, call it a trade, and then wait a couple of days and let us come back and get Doc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what could have happened. I'm sure it's happened, but then this one was made public, which killed it.
Yeah.
Or damaged it. Maybe not totally dead yet, but damaged it.
Stern pretty much says, I'm not going to let it happen. You're already.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, you're already kind of screwing with me calling it a compensation. You're trying to maneuver so you can do it, then complain that I wouldn't let you make this trade, but you can't do it. I don't know. I think Boston's pretty much done, and right now they're at the point where they're like, hey, why pay Doc, who we know is a great coach, pay him all this money for a team that even he can't lead into the playoffs because we're rebuilding now. So
yeah, they have to be. They were only 41-40. They did lose a game because of Boston's strong type of deal. That's right. It's like wait, 41-40. Yeah, that's right. They actually canceled the game. I forgot about that with the terror attack thing. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if they're down to 500, they're finished. With all those veterans on the team, if the veterans are gone, that's it. They're finished for now, barring some type of good trade. If they get Blake Griffin, though, I think they might be back to at least 45 wins. As long as what's-his-name's ACL's okay. Oh, what's-his-name, Rondo.
I don't even know if Blake can even do it. Because you have Blake. If you have Blake Griffin on Boston, now you're taking away from Sullinger.
Yeah. Do you think Sullinger has a chance to be something in this league? Yes and no.
On the team, that's like...
Excuse me.
That's like, Blake coming here.
Yeah.
And then he's taking time away from... Well, if you don't have Kevin Love.
Oh, yeah.
Your next project, which is Sullinger.
Derek Williams. Yeah.
So, but if you had DeAndre Jordan, I mean, what? Bass would have been the next in line. No, actually...
It's a mix, isn't it?
Chris Wilcox.
Who?
Fred Melo. For center. So you're not really affecting anything.
Yeah, I think Wilcox is kind of... But, yeah, excuse me.
But it looks like Griffin's going to be used to make a trade with L.A.
Possibly the actual Lakers, huh? Could that? Yeah, it looks like Dwight. It's going to be probably. Should we start? Should we do the brief Dwight thing now, or should we save it for much later? What do you think? Just do it now.
We can talk about Dwight.
Just do it now. Yeah, it's looking like it's either Houston or the Lakers, or excuse me, Clippers, huh? That's kind of where it's headed towards. It looks like. I think LA is done with him, and they should be. LA Lakers, by the way, not Clippers.
Yeah.
I think the Lakers are done with him.
And the worst thing is both the teams are in the West.
Yeah, it sucks.
You know.
These. Okay, sorry. The movie thing that we did last year ago.
I'd rather Dwight go to the Clippers.
Because they're never going to win anything, right? Is that why?
Even with Doc.
The Clipper curse.
Doc, I'm more...
Clipper curse.
I'm not going to say afraid. I think the Rockets will, even without Dwight, will be better than the Clippers.
That's a big statement. And yeah, they're a good team. I like the Rockets. They still have a chance, and Osik can play a little bit, just a little bit. He's pretty good. That's obviously their center right now, former Chicago Bull. Harden went from the world's greatest sixth man to one of the best starters in the league, like overnight. That was something else. Killed Luke Ridnour, that's for sure. Sorry for bringing that up, but because Adelman, we know about that one. One-on-one defense, what are you thinking? That's like starting a fire and throwing gas on it and saying, "Oh, why'd the house burn down? What the hell?"
Yeah.
Well,
no more of that, finally.
Yes, thank you. Yep, thank you.
No more of the 2-point guard projects.
It's going to be over soon. Yes.
Because that was a fillet of failure.
Fillet of failure. Supersized, huh? Supersized with cocaine on the side. Instead of Coke. Okay, that's bad. I'm really getting fired here. Yeah, the Celtics. Like I always said, they're like, I swear they were held together with bubblegum and duct tape. That team is being held together with that, isn't it?
Oh, Boston?
Yeah. They're getting held together by bubblegum and duct tape, or cheap scotch tape. Not duct tape.
I think they're pretty much willing. They're pretty much willing to trade on anybody at this point, I think.
Yeah, they have to. It's over. It's over, right? Dare we? Do you think Doc Rivers is a little bit of a front runner for wanting to leave Boston?
Well, I think it was
Clippers.
It was a different situation. I think Ray Allen was more complaining the things that were going on between he and Rondo, the infighting, and he didn't get courted like he said from Boston. He probably figured, hey man, well we didn't think he went to leave. No, why we got to court you?
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, it's like
a little bit.
Yeah, it's like having a girlfriend for a couple of years and like, well, I got to take you out to dinner. What? I got to take you on a date. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
we're together. I don't need doing that courting. What the?
Yeah, that's kind of like how Favre was with Green Bay in the end. There, a little bit too much of like, well, you don't love me anymore, really? It's like, well, I didn't say that, but I never said that.
No.
Yeah, it's like I didn't say that. Jeez, just because I'm not like worshiping you at your feet,
Yeah, I was like, I thought we had this, that we're together. So why would I have to do all the extra?
It's kind of
but
I don't know what to think of Rivers. Right? I don't know.
Well,
good
Doc,
coach, but
for Doc, I can understand why he left. It was partly because hey, I mean, why would he want to?
But Rondo,
yeah, but I heard. Plus, I heard stuff about he and Rondo arguing back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rondo wouldn't get along with Jesus. I'm beginning to think that. I mean, he's kind of. I like him as a player, but I don't know. As a teammate, yikes.
He seems like he has the same personality as Chalmers.
Yeah, the guy. Yeah. They even look alike a little bit. I don't know, or is it their facial expressions?
They
something
have the same. Yeah, they carry themselves like they're the best.
I guess Chalmers smiles a little bit more. Like Rondo never smiles. He's Perkins like. He's like he doesn't. It's illegal. He's Popovich like. Yeah, Rondo and Popovich together.
And Doc is looking to get paid, and they're not going to pay him. They're like, hey man, you do know we're going full tank mode.
Yeah, he's going to be making. He's a $7 million a year coach. That's too much.
Yeah, we're going tank mode. We're not going to pay you that much. But I'll tell you what, here the Clippers are looking for a coach.
Yep, and Well, it's a nice fit for the Clippers, I guess. I mean, even though their defense sucks, but I guess maybe it'll get better now, I guess. Sometimes, that's
a good deal.
Tough.
I mean, Doc is going to a better situation, and, they're like, hey, you want to take your buddy big ticket?
Big ticket?
Take big ticket with you,
Yes, please do.
Hey, at least they're not sending him to Washington or something.
Yeah, that would be funny. Or even worse, Orlando.
The Pelicans.
The Pelicans or Orlando. That's where Rivers started coaching.
They have a good future. Washington and the Pelicans.
They actually, Washington is getting
Wizards.
better. They do. Please call them the Bullets again.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the best part
That's
about
why
the
Bullets. I just want to say the Wizards. The Wizards.
I hate that name.
I want to say Washington.
I hate that name with a passion because I learned recently about this. Some people may have known this for 1,000 years and are going to laugh at me, or other people would be like, huh. But do you know what the Washington Bullets actually was? It wasn't bullets like from a gun. People thought that's why they changed the name. Like, oh, that's like, that's like trying to be all like, like a ghetto team we're called the Bullets, But it's like, no, it's, like shooting each other. You know what I mean? Sorry, but it's like, it's more of, it's a train. It's a train. Like a transit train? A bullet is a transit train. I didn't know that, but I guess it is. Isn't that weird? You're like, huh? It's a transit train.
Mark's I thought they had bullets on the logo.
Yeah, I thought it was like a gun. Yeah.
Was a train?
Yeah.
I gotta see a picture now.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I gotta see this.
It's strange. I guess it represents a train, but... Anyhow, sorry for throwing that.
Know that. Hey,
sorry for throwing that really strange curveball out there. Yeah, I mean, supposedly that's why they got rid of the name, though, because they don't want to represent bullets, like guns and stuff. But
they're a violent team.
Yeah,
especially with wow.
What's that?
Gilbert Arenas, he completely disappeared.
Who? Yeah, I know.
Arenas.
Yeah, he used to be good, didn't he?
Agent Zero.
That's how many points he scored last year.
Going from memory. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Really, I'm really concerned about the Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
The West is just getting stronger and stronger, and now there might be a super team in the West with Chris Paul, Dwight Howard, either DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, KG, or I don't know, Bledsoe or Follow if they do a different trip.
Who knows? Yeah, who knows what's going to happen here?
Yeah, I mean,
it's confusing, or not confusing, but yeah, it is. The Clippers are confusing right now.
Yeah, right now
they're the traitors. Haha.
As the team is right now, they're a threat to the Wolves. I'm thinking to the Wolves, but they aren't unbeatable. But if they get Dwight, I still won't say they're unbeatable, but it'll be hard to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
With Doc, this, that, and any other trades they make. The Lakers, I'm not even concerned about.
Yeah, they don't look good, do they?
Lakers,
I was like, huh? No.
Yeah. And
I don't know what's going. Yeah, the Lakers aren't. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Thunder is another team that I'm concerned about. I almost want them to get a center. They cannot get a center.
Please don't let. Yeah, because they're like the team we almost forgot about because of what happened with Uncle Westbrook. I don't know why I'm calling him Uncle, but it just sounds good. Yeah, with his injury, with that knee thing, that knee situation, it just paved the red carpet. Rolled the red carpet for the Spurs to win the West. Yeah. Almost helped them win a title. Almost. I never thought the Spurs were going to be that close to winning, but. Yeah, that's the team we forgot about. I mean, that's probably going to be they're probably going to win the West next year. I got to think they're going to be very hungry. But look at me getting into preview. I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, that's a team I'd be scared to death of. Thank God the Wolves played them well.
Well, and again, I think it's depending on if they get a center. Because I think even with Westbrook, the only threat that they have over here in the West is the Clippers. If they get Dwight, if they make some decent trades,
if they're going to be like the Western version of the New York Knicks, you know what I mean? That's probably what they're kind of looking like in a way, like the Knicks kind of.
Yeah.
In a way, like where maybe they're not going to be a championship threat, but they're definitely a regular season second round playoff threat type team at least. going to get interesting, man. I mean, Spurs. I don't know.
I think with one trade of a player who's not under a max contract to any team, if I believe if Peck was on the Thunder, that would be a dynasty.
It'd be pretty close to one. I mean, they'd probably win like 67 games if he doesn't have bone spurs in his ankle again, like 99 times in a row.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's always something.
That's why I don't believe he's a max guy.
No,
but he's too important to the team.
Yeah,
but his flaws aren't covered by anyone else on the team. There's no defensive guy. Well, Karolinko, but that's another problem.
Yeah. Who? No, I gotta stop saying that. Excuse me. I'm like having Tourette's over here. I gotta stop it. You're like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, Peck. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. I think it's like we're in a position where, hey, unless we get Lynn, which may be the reason why we're hearing these rumors about the Timberwolves trying to get the first pick.
Oh, Alex Lynn. Yeah, I almost thought you meant Jeremy. I'm like, huh? No.
Yeah,
Alex Lynn. Yeah.
In this upcoming draft, if we get him, then we can say, okay, Peck, let's do a sign and trade. Then you walk for free because you are very talented. It's just that we can't pay you this money. We'll be stuck with you. Stuck in the middle. In the first round exit, if that.
Yeah, I hope we're not stuck in that spiral again. That was Flip Saunders syndrome last time as the coach. Yeah, we'll get into the Wolves very shortly here. We two final brief things. Yeah, because that's a nice preview for the Wolves right there. Obviously, it's big topics coming up with the draft, of course, and what's going to happen with Pekovic and Carolina, blah blah blah. Jason Kidd was a player a few weeks ago, and then all of a sudden he's a coach. A coach. Really? That's crazy, isn't it? Jason Kidd's a head coach. And by the way, Kidd and Grant Hill retired. Yeah, whoops. Jason Kidd and Grant Hill, they were the last remaining players on NBA Jam TE. One of those classic Sega games back in the day. They were the last guys. I remember going on. I'm like, wow, that's so cool that those guys are still in the league. I never really liked Grant Hill. Jason Kidd, I didn't mind, but not the biggest fan in the world, but clearly to me better career than Grant Hill due to ankle problems. I mean, Grant Hill's ankles are, they're going to be in the Hall of Fame for being bad. Poor guy, for being such a Hall of Fame type of injury. They both retired, so NBA Jam TE is now officially rest in peace, at least in terms of active players. Kind of sad, huh? Okay, sorry.
Moment of silence.
Yes, let's give it.
But Kidd, his resume is pretty thin.
As a coach, yeah. As a point guard, coaching the team, okay, I guess, but as a real coach, no. That's the thinnest resume you've ever seen. Here's my coaching resume. It's the same as his. See this? Huh?
Yeah, that's the
fingers with nothing in them. No.
That's the middle school of my sons goes to. I coached a couple games there.
There he is, and now he's a head coach. I have no idea.
But if we talk about
it, could be great.
Yeah. If we talk about on the court coaching, hey, he's got years of experience. Come on.
Yeah, that's the good part. So that's what helps his cause in a big way, and that's why they're like, okay, I guess you're the coach. Yeah, I guess you're the coach then.
Hey, our search is over.
Yeah. Let's see. That's some good IQ there.
You got the job. Yeah, why even look at these?
Besides, it's not like Jeff Van Gundy's coming anyway. He likes that booth, doesn't he? So he can complain about flopping.
I like him.
Yeah, I do too. He'd be a big loss. He'd be a big loss, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He would be a big loss. Why isn't Stan Van Gundy in the media? He'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, Dwight! Okay, I don't know. Anybody but Dwight. Hey. Did Dwight say you're going to be fired? Yes! Okay, sorry. I didn't know. Not going to be... Oh, hell with it.
I like the brothers. See, they're honest.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum. Yeah, the Super Van Gundy brothers. Maurice Cheeks. Rambus. Lawrence Frank. Cheeks. Timberwolves. Inside joke. We'll leave that there. It was just, some icky recipe you saw one time when you were just stunned by what the hell is in this meat. Yeah.
I'm glad I looked.
Yeah. Oh, it was gross. And I think that's a Detroit. I like to call them that, not Detroit. Detroit. Piston fans are thinking cheeks. Like, really? Cheeks?
I don't know what's going on with that team.
What the hell is Detroit doing? Keelan King, hey man, what's up?
Seems like they got a lot of talent, but I don't know. I don't know if it's coaching or.
Keelan King hates me because I was like, let's go Heat. He said, Joey, I thought you were better than this. He hates the Heat even more than you. Yes, that takes talent.
I don't like him. I don't like the Heat.
He hates the Heat. But I hate the Spurs because of the way they rubbed the Wolves in for like 15, 20 years, and I was called like a whining baby by some people, but okay, fine, I'm a whining baby. But, yeah, Maurice Cheeks, he never did he was not a good coach with, what was it, Philadelphia? First it was Portland, and it was like, they never did anything with him. Then he went to Philadelphia and was gone in 2 years, didn't do anything. What are you doing, Detroit? Really? I mean, there's retreads, and then there's guys that just aren't good. This is the guy that isn't good. What the hell? This is like when, was it Sacramento hired Paul Westphal? It's like, what? Like, he completely bombed in Seattle and such. He was okay in Phoenix because he had the MVP for that 1 year in Chuck Barkley. But, yeah, okay, I'm going too far in the past here. Oh, Detroit. You know what it is? I got to say two words. Joe Dumars.
Yeah. Surprised he hasn't been fired yet.
Joe Dumars is terrible. He put together a really nice team and then tore it to shreds. He tore it to shreds. He threw it in a blender.
Ripped the heart out.
Yeah. When they traded Chauncey for Allen Iverson. He put him in a blender, took a piss on it, and then threw it in the garbage and said, "Oh, here you go, fans, drink." You know, what are you doing? What are you doing, Joe? Come on, Joe. Say it ain't so, Joe. Lawrence, when he hired Lawrence Frank, is kind of like, I guess he's defensive minded, so that's maybe get Detroit's culture back. Did not do that. He did not bring Detroit's culture back at all. I remember the Michael Curry hire. I was kind of scratching my head too, like, well. And then the Flip Saunders hire, Flip Saunders is a coach. That jump shooting stuff does not get you championships. It just doesn't. The Timberwolves are victims of it. Detroit was victims of it, and Washington doesn't count because they just weren't ready to do anything. They're not a playoff team, so we don't know. Well, it wasn't going to work there either. Yeah, I don't know what Joe Dumars is doing. I really don't know. The one thing he's done right is two things he's done right is Greg Monroe and Drummond. Yeah, yep. Great picks. Good picks. The Stuckey nonsense. He's been there for okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bad Boys podcast here. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Tristan Mayer over here with Portland. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, Portland. I mean, he knows about Maurice Cheeks. Obviously, Tristan Mayer does with the Portland Trailblazers. It didn't work. So I just had to say that. There we. Well, for the sake of time, we better get onto the Timberwolves topics. Yes, but there we take a quick break. Yes, we'll be right back right after this. We are back here on Timberwolves Explosion, episode number 102, which is a reminder for all you iPod listeners out there, iPod users out there, Android devices can also have double twist, and of course, Windows Phone users can just simply go to the store and look up Timberwolves Explosion as well. Don't forget to check out Purple Mafia Show or Brave the Wild as well. Those are other podcasts I do for the Minnesota teams in this town. And as for the Twins, screw the Twins. Okay, I'm just kidding. Still like them, but I'm not doing a show for them. End of story. Howlin' T-Wolf and our show and a few other blogs. Of course, Timberwolves Explosion has been on there. Are now being shown on Timberwolves.com. So we thank you very much, Mark Remy. Thank you very much for showing us on there. Our official advertisement is probably last in line, unfortunately, because they've had like everybody but us so far. I think next week we'll be on there. So, hey, thanks again, Mark Remy, though, for having us on there. Obviously, our logo show's on there, but Howlin' T-Wolf was on there last week. Congratulations to you guys over there. Jonah, Derek, and Tom, you guys do a great job on Howlin' T-Wolf. Do check that out. They are kind enough to put a link to us on their website as well. So now it's Wolves, and Wolves. Are you ready? Are you ready for all the Wolves? Sorry it was so long, the previous segment, but there's just so much to talk about. We can't help it because that's just how it goes. We can't help it. And it had been a while since the last show because of schedules and all that. We had to catch up a bit. At least we didn't talk about the second and third rounds. Otherwise, this show would have been 6 hours long. And that final series was too good to not talk about. Yes. And there's a lot of coaching carousel. Okay. Timberwolves. Well, as of right now, Kevin Love seems pretty happy with Flip.
Yeah.
Do you like it? It's a good sign. He went to the lottery. That was one of the first things that Flip did, is have Kevin Love go to represent the Wolves in the lottery. That's a little thing, but...
Yeah. And what do you think about Kevin Love wanting to go into the War Room?
That's going to be really interesting.
Was that a real invite? Or
they're just Kevin Love being Kevin Love.
I didn't hear anything else about it recently.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I haven't heard much about a player going to the War Room.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about that. Yeah, I'm guessing they won't do it, but who knows? Maybe just a. I don't know. I can't imagine he would be in there. Oh, because obviously the War Room. Yeah, the War Room obviously is where they draft people. You know, they're doing the preparations for the draft, during the draft, of course, during the course of the draft, where all the potential trades happen, the calls. It's where all the planning, the plotting takes place. Yeah, so for those of you out there, for those of you out there, might be new to sports a little bit, or new to the NBA and such. Yeah, that's what a war room is. It's where they do all for everything. You know, where they actually call in to the commissioner and all that stuff and say, we take Contavious Caldwell Pope. Yes. Yes. The white smoke will be puffing out of Target Center.
Yeah. Timberwolves trade him for cash and 47th pick.
Yes, sir. We trade him for cash. For the 17th, right? Trade down. Yeah, they got to get money. Going. You know, they got to recover from firing Khan. Remember, they got to get that money back a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of War Room,
the War Room, yes.
The owner will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor. Mm-hmm. Taylor's going to the War Room.
That'll be good. Well, maybe. No, I mean that shows. Yeah, he's more involved now.
Yeah,
he's got a bigger stake in the franchise. He's excited. That.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's because he's at every game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, so this isn't an owner who. A lot of people think that Taylor won't reach into his pocket when it comes to paying guys, but history shows that he's gone too deep into his pockets for most guys, and then they end up not being able to. We can't trade him because it's a bad contract.
Yeah, like that was one of the semi-good things about Khan, but then again, he did have bad contracts as well, just not as bad as McHale, and it wasn't a year by year thing that McHale kept doing. With the salary cap exception is a wonderful thing, a nice way to add to your team if you're a semi-competitive team that wants to get better. You add a OJ Mayo type, like because you need a shooting guard real bad, and there's $5 million a year. But there's a silver lining to it where you can completely screw up. You can completely, or not screw up, but you can completely bury your franchise in salary cap stress, and obviously the ultimate the ultimate thing is the luxury tax, which apparently is a lot stricter than before. Which Flip talked about Friday. I was going to say today. I listened to the podcast today, but it was on Barrero on Friday. Yeah. Yeah, he's saying we do not want to go into that. So
yeah, but Taylor did say that for the right move, he would do that. He wouldn't mind paying.
Yeah, like if it potentially puts us to Miami Heat land, yeah, that'd be nice. You know, that would be nice.
And hopefully that happens. And it might if we decide to keep Peck.
Yep.
And if Karolinko doesn't turn down that money that's on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's right about where we are. Do you want Karolinko to accept it, or?
I don't.
I don't either. $10 million. I don't.
I wouldn't say. Would you say at this point injury prone?
Yes. I mean, I thought he was with Utah forever.
Yeah.
He's always missing time. I would love to see him turn it down.
I don't know if it was that or because we were playing him like he was Dirk. You know, beginning of the season. Because he was playing most of the games. Every game, he was going out there.
He was good early on.
Up until last second.
Yeah, he was good in the. Yeah, Karolinko was good. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got Ray Allen in the background. What the hell's he doing there? Okay, sorry. But no, it's where are we? Karolinko.
Yeah.
Karolinko. What now? No. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see him turn it down because obviously, yeah, I mean, he's gonna miss time, and you can't really count on a guy like that. As much as when he was healthy, he was pretty good. Well, he misses a lot of easy layups too, which is like, come on, man. He's a little bit clumsy with those layups, though. That's one thing that drove me nuts too at times.
At least he dunks it.
Yeah, most of the time. I mean, when I say he's like a really cool guy, though.
That's a higher percentage than a layup. So he knows if they don't go in all time, just dunk it. And Pekovic should learn that. Like we've always say on the show.
Yep, dunk it. Yeah, would it kill you if we gave him a 2 to 3 year deal for cheaper per year? But I mean, it depends on how much, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think he wants something long term, so he gets that security.
At least like maybe 2 or 3 year.
Yeah, it says family's here. His family likes it here. Pekovic likes it here.
Yeah.
But he's also a guy who doesn't play every game. Obviously.
The curse.
So it's like these guys, I mean, we can't afford them both. If we give even one of them, especially if Karolinko decides to accept that money, I mean, what are we going to do? We can't get any more guys. We'll pretty much be stuck.
Without a trade, Without a potential trade, we'd be stuck. And there will be trades. That's the one thing I mean, Jerry Zagota and all that are basically like, this team's going to look significantly different in 3 weeks. He actually said that. Jerry Zagota, the main Wolves guy the Wolves guy on StarTribune.com, he tends to be right about a lot of stuff, actually. Even though sometimes he seems kind of quiet, but he tends to be right.
Yeah, but another thing with the lower cap, a lot of people thought it was going to be much higher, but because of that, a lot of teams don't want to go into luxury. But because of that, now it's going to be a lot harder to make any trades. We can't really salary dump, guys like Berea. Well, top guys,
we hope we can, but...
Berea and Luke Ridnour. We'll have to add a serious sweetener to the deal now. Which it could have been Roy's expiring, or not guaranteed.
Yeah.
So that would have been expiring there. Even
I wish we could have used that.
Yeah, even Seensman.
He's
not guaranteed.
No, he is a team option. Yeah,
but it's not as much as Roy.
No, was it like
something.
2.3, 2.5? I think about half of Roy.
Yeah, it's something, and even maybe I'm thinking Flip likes D. Will. He's a small forward.
From what I can tell, yes, I would say he does. From but he's one of those guys you don't know until draft day type of thing. But Flip is funny like that, but because he likes to blow smoke. But my impression is he does like D. Will, though. Yes.
Yeah. Well, another thing,
does.
Even Taylor said that he wants D. Will here.
Mm-hmm. He can play it.
And
Derek Williams, by the way, not
pretty
Darren
much promised
Williams.
like, hey, we're not going to trade Williams. And I don't think Taylor can say that and then go back on his word. Even though at the end he did say if the right trade comes along, then it's a possibility. But I think D. Will's here, and Flip's like, hey, just stop jerking this guy around. He's one of them is small forward. Mm-hmm. It's kind of weird how Flip came here and pretty much put guys in positions where they should have been in the first place, like Shved at point guard.
Yeah.
So now we know that Berea and Luke Ridnour are. Man, they don't need to be here any longer.
They absolutely do not.
Man, I like Luke as a backup point guard with limited minutes because he can shoot. He can score. Mm-hmm. He has a nice little mid-range stop pop. And Berea can score. Mm-hmm. But they had the ball in their hands for the way too long.
It drove us crazy. It drove me crazy, that's for sure. I mean, I ripped Luke all year. Berea's Mr. Hero Ball, but I better slow down on all that. Yeah, it's... they
aren't starters, and they're not shooting guards.
and they shouldn't have any type of major role. They just shouldn't.
Yeah,
it drove me nuts. Yeah, they kill us.
How much do you think that it? Excuse me. How much do you think that it was Khan more than Adelman in these players' roles? Because Flip came in and he's like, okay, Williams is not a power forward. Don't play him power forward. Mm-hmm. Fred is not a shooting guard. Stop playing him as shooting guards. He's a point guard. Mm-hmm. I mean. Shouldn't this have been done a while ago? I'm pretty sure he said something about Steensma. Like, okay, why are you playing Steensma when Chris Johnson is better and gets the crowd going? Play, just came in and you're playing this guy in that position, playing this, I don't know. I mean, was that always Adelman or did Khan? Khan didn't seem like the guy who would fold.
He did, yeah. When he had an opinion, he thought he was always right.
Yeah.
And that's why Adelman. Yep.
Yeah. So do you think it was Khan who was saying, Williams is power forward? I want 2 point guards out there.
I think it's Adelman actually. I mean, Khan obviously had something to do with it. I'm sure. I think Adelman. I guess. I mean, Adelman's offense seems to support that type of small ball nonsense, which drives us crazy. Yeah. I do think it's mostly Adelman. The Chris Johnson thing probably has to be Adelman. But, we still hate Khan. But no, but Khan's the guy that gave Adelman these players. That's the other thing, or forced Adelman's hand to play them at times. Because it's like, oh, by the way, this shooting guard we were supposed to have, well, he's done. We gave him $5 million, but he's done. $1 million per game. Congratulations.
That made no sense.
The rip of the century right there. Rip of the century for that move. Who does he think he is? Okay.
Let's imagine meeting Taylor. Like, wait a minute, you mean I paid this guy $5 million?
Yeah. Are you serious?
Oh, man.
Are you serious?
This is a hobby for Taylor. I mean, if it was business, I don't know if he'd be angrier, but you got to be angry.
Yes.
Just knowing. You gave the guy $5 million,
for nothing.
Yeah, you don't really think of where the money's coming from. But Taylor's always sitting right there. Mm-hmm. He's at the games. He likes watching the game, and he's always, and every game you lose, and you're thinking to yourself, Taylor's got to be thinking, man, if I would have paid another guy $5 million,
would have been OJ Mayo.
Yeah, Mayo. Why not give Mayo $5 million? I'm paying this guy. Looks to his left, and Rory's sitting right there in the suit. Not doing anything.
I hate that. I hate it. I hated it. Last year there was just no. You don't put the eggs in the basket of something. You're putting eggs in a basket with no bottom on the basket. The eggs just went right to the floor. Snap or not snap, pop, whatever the sound is. Snap, crackle, pop. What are you doing? Yeah, he's got Rice Krispies in his mind.
It was way too much low risk, high reward going on.
Way too much. Low risk, no reward in the end. Did I say low risk? Extremely high risk.
Even with the coaches.
Yeah. It drives me nuts what really happened there. They just didn't. They had no backup plan whatsoever. Okay, Shved and Buttinger, but okay.
Yeah, even Buttinger.
That's risky.
Risky. There's no telling even what he might want about his contract.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only leverage, I wouldn't even call it leverage. I know Adelman's system. You know.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll be back. I do wonder that right now. Maybe. I think that's a maybe.
For a very, very low price.
Yeah, they can't really give him a raise. Maybe a
price.
Slight raise, like under $1 million. Yep.
But it's kind of like we should have just kept our pick. You know, I doubt the Rockets. I mean, at this point, the Rockets will try to. I mean, they're already trying to get rid of
Chandler Parsons. No, I'm kidding.
See, that's another thing. We had Parsons.
Yep. Like Joey, come on now, you're killing me.
Well, the power forward that they got from Sacramento.
Oh, the Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Was it Robinson? Yeah.
They're trying to trade him. They're already trying to get rid of money.
Already?
So if they would have still had,
that's funny.
So you know, if they would have had Buttinger, they would have let him walk. You know.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to keep him.
Yeah.
Like the odds of the Rockets keeping Buttinger were slim to none. Not that he's a bad player, by the way. He can shoot a little bit, but he's certainly not an end-all of any kind.
Yeah, but there was just no point of testing out a guy, give him that many minutes. Just pretty much making sure that his value is going up. Not even his value, but his asking price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unbelievable when you think about all that. Yeah, I mean, it was Thomas Robinson, by the way, that power forward. Yeah, who was taken 5th overall, but he didn't get off to a good start. But I mean, it's obviously that was a great trade for the Rockets. Rockets general manager deserves a lot of credit. He's made some nice draft picks, some nice trades, nice signings, and the best part is Kevin McHale's not the guy running the team; he's just coaching it. Osik's was a little pricey, but.
Yeah, I mean the way they're talking about how much the Rockets offered him made it seem like they're paying him 12 a year.
Yeah, it said it was 8.3.
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, might be cheaper than what Peck might be at trying to demand.
Probably. I hope not. I really don't want to give Peck a max deal. He's definitely not. He's not earned it. He's good, but he's not earned it.
Yep.
Dare I say.
And for me, he didn't earn it by not playing, more games than he has been.
Mm-hmm.
But when he plays, he's productive. But it's the defense. Man,
it's non-existent.
Yeah, it's not
non-existent.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much going to try to dunk the ball whenever if you're the opposing team.
No, I'm just kidding. What's his name? Why am I blanking? Barnes. Okay, sorry. Barnes. No, yeah, Harrison Barnes. There was just a little bit of a. Yeah, he got a pretty good dunk on Pekovic, didn't he? That was LeBron on nobody. That's how good of a dunk it was. Well, dare we head into the draft here? Dare we head into the draft? Yes, sir. The World Timberwolves with Flip Saunders in charge, of course. Thank God in heaven for that. Hopefully we won't be crying. We, in fact, call the draft Christmas 2.0 because it's exactly about 6 months away from Christmas, so why not have 2 Christmases? Christmases tend to come in, you're all excited, and then you open your present and you're like, God dang it. During the David Cobb situation, it was absolutely that way. It's like, here comes your Christmas present, your the 6th overall pick in 2009. What the Flip Saunders is going on here? Right? In other years, yeah. And what's going on with the Wolves? Oh, that's what you were talking about, Ricky Ladero. There, potential 26th pick type of situation. But yeah, Wolves have 9th and 26th. Do the Wolves trade up? Flip Saunders is saying it's unlikely, probably because the asking price is too high. That is the problem. The guy I think both of us seem to want the most in this draft is Victor Oladipo. I assume, yes.
Yeah.
Is it Mr. Oladipo?
Well,
I love him. Love him.
Well, I'm pretty much I like my sleeper right now.
Yeah. Yep. Ricardo.
Let's call him the Ricardo Ledo.
Ledo. I call him Ledo. Yeah. Excuse me for that. Contavious. No, he's not a sleeper. Contavious is not a sleeper. So you're looking at him at 26, right?
I don't think he'll last until 26.
Possibly, but yeah, this guy has him going. Well, the two CBS guys, one of them has him going 23rd to Indiana, the other has him going 29th to Oklahoma City, where your cousin Max would be jumping up and down. Ricky Ledoux, Marcus, he's a beast.
They do.
Thunder gonna win 70 games. They're gonna beat the 96 Bulls, Marcus. Sorry, I can't. Oh, yep. I like to imitate people, don't I?
I mean, Ricky.
21. Yeah, you're going to Ricky first, though. Yep. Look at us.
He
26 pick first.
Well, he has point guard skills, which fits into Edelman's system. We need a shooter. He shoots well.
How dare you take a shooting guard there when you're supposed to take it at 9th? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
well, it depends on what we're doing, but yeah. Depends on where we're headed, but
trades. I mean,
I'm
because we're going to have
yawning,
to get
by
rid
the
of
way.
a guy.
just so you know, I'm not yawning when you heard that. I'm just sighing. Excuse me, because I'm thinking. But no, go ahead.
We have to make some trades. I mean, with some sweeteners to get rid of our point guards,
Our
Ridnour and Berea.
Our double-edged swords, as we call it in a previous episode. They are double-edged swords, like Anthony Peelers of the
Ginobili.
Yeah, Anthony Peelers of the world that drive you crazy. Yeah, Ginobili was a double-edged sword for the Spurs in the playoffs. In the past, he was kick butt, but not anymore. Ricky Ledoux is the guy. Yeah, I mean, the 26 pick is tough. It's a tough one. You can pick up gems mid to late first round as possible. Obviously, Ty Lawson was the 21st pick. No introduction necessary on that one anymore because it's just killing us. We had that. Yeah, okay, I won't go there anymore. They're out there. Tim Hardaway Jr. maybe is a possibility. He's kind of like a wing though. Not that would kill us if we lose Mr. Andre Kirilenko.
I like Glenn Rice Jr. over Hardaway.
Which one, Glenn Rice Jr.?
Yeah.
That would be nice. look at us loving our juniors over there. Yes, you got Glenn Rice Jr., you got Tim Hardaway Jr. The question is, can Glenn Rice Jr. shoot like Glenn Rice Sr.? That's the $1 million question. Can he? Can he or can he not? Well, no. As a freshman, he shot 46%, but as a freshman, but as a junior, I'm mixed up. But yeah, later in his career, he shot 33%, so it's kind of hit and miss with him from three. But yeah, not many people are going to shoot from three as well as Glenn Rice Sr. That's one of those things. Everybody's a little bit different. Usually the juniors don't play as well, I've noticed, obviously. Ralph Sampson Jr. with the Gophers. Ralph Sampson III with the Gophers was a joke. That also shows that Ralph Sampson really was a junior, actually. Yes, because that's his son. But with that said, who do you want the Wells to take at 9 if we stay there? It's a tough one, huh? It's a toughie.
I think it was. If anything, we'll be getting a shooting guard.
To me, that spells. Or should I let you go first? Actually, yes. What do you think? Ready to? Yeah, I think there's no chance we take Mohammed Shabazz. I think there's no chance.
No.
Yep. Not the pick.
Some people say Alex Lynn.
Yep.
Apparently will still be there at 9. If he is, then it's depending on if Peck is here. Mm-hmm. If Peck is not here, we sign Peck, trade him to get a starting shooting guard. Then you go ahead and get Lynn. Mm-hmm. If Peck's here, let's see.
The guy,
yeah,
the guy.
KCP.
Yeah, I want Contavious Caldwell Pope. I do. If the Wolves are standing pat and get the 9th pick, and it's going to be a shooting guard, for me it's Pope definitely. If we possibly can trade up with the right deal, Victor Oladipo I would be thrilled to have him. Yeah. Just thrilled because he's got. They're saying there's no guaranteed All-Star in this draft, blah blah blah, which is kind of sad considering top pick. There's got to be somebody in this draft that's going to be the next Paul Pierce or whatever. There's got to be somebody like that in here.
Yeah.
Oladipo, I love him. I do. I think he'd be
the Suns won't pass up on him.
I doubt it. He's going 5th or maybe as high as 4th to Michael Jordan, but to the Hornets, not the Bobcats, the Hornets, right?
And there's a lot of teams like if he does for whatever reason go to the Bobcats, they're pretty much will trade Gordon.
Gordon's not going to stay.
Yeah, his contract's way too big.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. I'm getting them mixed up. The Gordons, excuse me. Bobcats and Pelicans. Sorry about that. Hornets and Hornets. Yeah, that's going to really be... That's going to drive everybody crazy if it, or when that happens, isn't it? Yeah. We're going to get New Orleans and Charlotte mixed up big time. Pardon me for the digressing there. Trey Burke is a debated individual. Obviously not Wolves related, but yeah, people have him going number 2. People have him going like 20th practically, but no, he won't go that far. Like 9th, I should say. Some people have the Wolves taking Cody Zeller. To me, makes minimal sense. He's a face-up power forward with a lot of skill. Flip Saunders is talking about his leaping ability is incredible because they did, the leaping test where it's a double jump it's a double jump thing where you jump once and then jump a second time really quick, and he scored really high on that second jump, which it's tough to get real high on that second jump, but again it's just one physical thing. A lot of people stereotype a guy like Cody Zeller and say, he's probably not very athletic, which is kind of sad how people do that. But, but would it really make sense for the Timberwolves to take Cody Zeller? I don't know. It's just Kevin Love insurance. Do you really want to do that right now? I think that's a PR nightmare if the Wolves took Cody Zeller. Yeah. That would be like, okay, I won't even get into hypotheticals. CJ McCollum, I don't want him. He's too...
I think he's too small, yeah.
Yes.
They made it pretty obvious that that we're going for length here.
Mm-hmm. I don't want him. He's too small. He's a 6'2" shooting guard type of thing.
Yeah. We need size right now.
Mm-hmm. Unless he's the next Russell Westbrook, I don't want him.
No, he's not.
And he's not. Yeah, he's just not. Granted, Russell Westbrook was a bit of a shocker too. A lot of people were like, what are the Thunder doing? And then he ended up being pretty good, obviously.
But actually, I think Oladipo might be going to the Magic.
He could be. Ben McLemore, Trey Burke. I think the Magic should take Burke, personally. But if they take Oladipo...
I think so.
Yeah. I think Burke should be that guy because Nelson sucks. Nelson sucks. They have a nice center. Vucevic, right? Yeah, he's really good. Yeah. And, of course, they have a very, very good shooting guard. So it's like if they take Oladipo, that means adios amigo to... Why am I blanking here? Oh, my goodness. Who's the Denver guard that went to Orlando? Afalo. Sorry. Shame on me. Sorry, guys. Afalo. That would be saying bye-bye to Afalo because it's a defensive shooting guard who's really good on offense as well. So if you take... If they do that, a lot of people have them taking Ben McLemore as well, who is kind of looked on as the top shooting guard, though that's debated as well. Is it Oladipo? Is it McLemore? Who knows? Otto Porter is kind of a wild card. He's good, but I haven't really looked at him much because I don't. Yeah, man, there's no way the Wolves take him.
Yeah,
there's no. So he's good, but haven't really looked at him all that much. What would you think if the Wolves took Cody Zeller? Would you cry? No, not cry. Would you be just like...
Probably confused.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. If they take McCollum, I wouldn't like it either. Doggone it.
Yeah, I think it's KCP.
I do too. I'm putting the endorsement stamp. There it is. See that? It's imaginary, but it works, and it made a loud noise. To Kentavious Caldwell-Pope for the 9th pick. There's my Timberwolves Explosion endorsement. But my overall top pick is Oladipo. It's just what's the price though? Flip Saunders went as far as to say 9, Derek Williams, and 26 to trade up to 2 would not work. Would not be enough. So that's why I came out in the newspaper to saying today it's unlikely we're going to trade up. I would hope we could trade to 4th and not 2nd to get Oladipo, but don't know where we're going.
Well, I think we might try to trade into the early teens at least. Hopefully to get my guy Ricky
Ledoux. Ricky Ricardo. Yes. Okay, I gotta stop that.
Flip likes him, and he's a shooter. And right now we need 2 shooting guards
because we have 0, right?
Yeah, we need 2 shooting guards.
Isn't that sad? And it depends on are we going to pursue OJ Mayo or not? So we can kind of merge these topics together, like
and
draft and free
again,
agency
it's
preview.
depending on Karolinko and Peck.
Yeah, that's what makes this show actually kind of hard to do, is because of the whole Pekovic situation. It makes the Wolves. It's given the Wolves a hard time because here's the biggest flaw of that whole Karolinko situation. You know what time he's required to make his decision on staying? The 29th.
Yeah, why did
I hate David Kahn.
Why did Kahn do that? And the other thing, Kahn pretty much like promised him he'll give him another $10 million.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was that. That's out there too. That we're going to extend the $10 million, not just the years, but the price too is going to stay the same. Yes. There's going to be no reduction here just to make more years. It's going to be the same because he's the best defensive small forward in the history of basketball.
Hey, it's not my money.
It's Scottie Pippen. He's not Scottie Pippen, David. He's just not. He's not Scottie Pippen, okay? He's just not, okay? Okay? No. Listen to me. I'm losing my mind.
But yeah, we need, I think right now we need 2 shooting guards. Whether it be through the draft or
OJ or the new rumor. Yes, the new rumor as of today, the guy we wanted so bad.
Oh yeah.
Well,
we should have had, already.
2011 draft. Oh, see, here's that bag, the one that says 2011, all that cash in there to fire Kurt Rambis. It's still in the bag here. Yeah, we still owe it to Kurt. No, I'm kidding. The money's gone, but I still have the bag, the imaginary bag where all that money went in. Martian Brooks was that guy.
Yeah,
he was there. We kept passing on him, but Marshawn Brooks is a legit. Well, I don't know if he's legit, but he's a potential trade candidate for the Timberwolves. Could it be J.J. Barea? That just sounds too good to be true, doesn't it?
Yeah, it seems like it works.
But if Kidd loves him, do it.
I mean, Jason Kidd there.
I would do it, especially then watch us take Len or Cody Zeller. But look at me hypotheticals. That's going to drive everybody crazy, including both of us.
The thing is with Brooks, his defense. He's a lot to be desired, and I think that'll lead to an Edelman doghouse.
Another one, huh?
Yeah,
that's the bad part. Great shooter, but that's why he didn't get any playing time when Joe Johnson got there. Obviously, Joe Johnson's money's part of that too. He's only making $19.7 a year, Mr. Joe Johnson, to score 20 points a game. But the Hawks GM should have been fired immediately when they signed that deal. Marshawn Brooks, though, we like him a lot. Great shot out of Providence, of course. We talked about him extensively that night. The night, that was the state of the Timberwolves 2011 before Brooks came. But
you think that they'll have to match salaries because you think they'll be over the cap?
Oh yeah, because New Jersey, Brooklyn. Sorry, Rusty. Brooklyn. Marshawn Brooks only is making $1.1 million, so there'd be some type of. There would probably have to be multiplayer unless you don't have to match all too much. Man, Bray is making $4 million a year. Yeah. Ouch.
So
I don't know where the Nets get all this money, but okay, right? Reggie Evans is making 1.6. Yep.
Reggie Evans, who was on Brooklyn Nets, he was making a little over $1 million a year, while Humphreys
is
making 12.
Wow.
And Reggie Evans showed that he's a way better player than Humphreys.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. And that's sad, isn't it? There was a lot of
real
mistakes.
Discount.
Mm-hmm. So quickly moving along here for the sake of time. Again, this is going to be a beast. It's a beast. So we've pretty much gotten into some of that, but we got to get to the season wrap up here. We got to get to the season wrap up. As we keep moving along, we should probably put a timer on some of us. Don't we? I'm fired, aren't I? But, hey, we have a lot to talk about, don't we? So, not as much response this year, unfortunately, with the whole, the annual who's your guys' MVP for the Timberwolves, biggest disappointment, biggest surprise. I think they're fairly easy pick. Well, maybe not, actually. This might be a tough one this year. But not so many responses this time around, but the good part is, actually, then we won't have to make the show too long and drive you guys crazy. Not that it isn't already a long one. So we have 2 responses. Both of them are out of Australia. Vince Germano and Tanae Wilson Brown. Thank you so much, you guys, for responding. So your Timberwolves MVP, biggest disappointment, biggest surprises. Vince Germano saying, I'm giving MVP to Big Peck. Thought he stepped up another notch with all the injuries, and for mine is a top 10 center. Interesting. Well, yeah, I suppose so. There aren't that many good centers.
Yeah.
Biggest disappointment was all the injuries. This team fully healthy was a 50-win team. I agree with that statement. Silver lining is it went away to costing Khan's job. Yes, because if we won 50 games, they probably the possibility exists they could have fired him because anything's possible if George Karl got fired. But but maybe if Flip just came and was interested, they would have said, "See ya, Khan." Anyway, but we'll see. Vince Germano saying not many to choose surprise-wise, but I thought Cunningham's play was a nice little surprise from what I thought was a solid signing. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, at the time I was like,
it was this guy.
But yeah. I didn't know much about him, and came here and was awesome. He was awesome. Vince Germano saying looking forward to the show. So thank you for that, Vince. He's our best buddy over there from the Courtside Podcast. Yeah, we love you, Vince. We do. Hank McCoy and BG. Got to mention this real quick. Brad Grams, where have you been? No, I know he's in the New York area right now. Working for Buckets Magazine. But man, I really like when all 3 of them are on. Not that I don't love the duo of Hank McCoy and Vince Germano. I love it, but it just seems like something's missing. They had a nice little trifecta, a nice little triangle going on. Yes. Tanae Wilson Brown saying MVP. I was thinking Rubio just because of the leadership role he took in the team and his semi-consistent play after a wobbly start after returning from the ACL. Biggest disappointment, Shaved. Yes. I was pretty excited to see what he could do and bring to the team, but after he hit the rookie wall like nothing else. Yes, we love that statement. Gold star for that comment right there. That was awesome. Gold star means comment of the week or comment of the show in this case. My hopes for him being a 6-man / starting shooting guard faded pretty fast. Yeah, that's definitely gold star material. Biggest surprise, seeing Steamsma get huge minutes at the end of the season. Did anyone else see that coming? He says, yeah. Oh, man. No, we didn't, did we? Damn it, Steamsma. Damn it. Why Steamsma? No, he looked good at times, but nah. So are you ready for your MVP, biggest disappointment, and biggest surprise? Should I start with the MVP? Yeah. Ricky Rubio. You're like, what? Yeah, I say it's Ricky Rubio, the leadership, showing signs of leadership. He's actually got some nice moves, taking the ball to the basket, not just passing. He showed some signs that he could be an absolute stud for many, many years with his team. Nice response from an ACL injury. Very nice response because it was actually not just the ACL, it was the MCL as well. So very nice return from a guy who, in less than a year's time, was out there playing and actually looked pretty good. Who's your MVP for 2013? Cunningham. No, I'm kidding.
A little bit.
Yeah, I gotta stop it.
No, it's I can't say it.
How dare
honestly, I'm disappointed in everyone.
But this is the MVP. But yeah, so you're disappointed in everyone,
yeah.
Huh? Even Rubio?
I mean, yeah, Rubio, but I mean, yeah, he showed that he's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
But the disappointment. I mean, those games where you would see he was so frustrated he would hit kicking and hitting things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that just takes away from a guy.
Yeah, you don't want to too much. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, don't tell him where his confidence is or his in the franchise.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know.
More scary than disappointing, right?
Yeah. And then you have Cunningham. I like Cunningham, but now it's going to be okay. Is he even going to be here? So get minutes now that Kevin Love's back.
Mm-hmm. And he really dropped off later in the year. Yeah. That was frustrating to me. He did.
I guess I'm thinking about too much of how it affects now, because if you say Peck, okay, you can feel that way after he says I want 12 mil.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, well, it's tough. He's a restricted free agent, not unrestricted.
Yeah, I mean,
we know what the Blazers are going to do. By the way.
Yeah, I mean there were a lot of guys who played well. I like what Cunningham did, Rubio did, Peck when he played.
Yep,
when he played
off and on.
Yeah, same for Karolinko. He kind of get but the bad thing about Karolinko, I mean, he wouldn't play every game. Then he would get a little excited, try to make a little fancy pass, which would lead to a turnover. I mean, I really can't say. I mean, like what everyone said.
Yeah, Vince and
yeah.
Yep, thank you for that again, guys.
But I mean, I can't really say. I mean, because once I choose someone, I think about the negative. But I guess Chris Johnson.
Are you serious? Oh, are you serious?
Chris Johnson.
Oh my! What?
Hey, he never had a bad game. He never had a bad game. Come on. Was he injured? Nope. You like that?
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my God.
Hey.
Yeah, he was the only guy that didn't get hurt, pretty much, except for a jelly belly.
He said the same thing for Peck. When he played well.
Oh, my crying here.
There it is. Chris Johnson.
Oh my God.
And he's also the surprise. He's also the surprise. See, rolled into one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Rolled into one.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Good pick right there. Biggest surprise? Are you guys ready for my biggest surprise? Chris Johnson. That was really good.
It is.
Good pick there. Good pick. And it's not just because I like it. It's a good pick. That was a really good pick.
And we still have him.
He was great.
He's on the team still.
Supposedly. No. Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Well,
I hope
it was guaranteed. Well, what I don't know is if Jello Bowl is guaranteed. But we know Chris Johnson is.
I think Jello Ball is done.
I hope not.
I hope he has to be because if we're gonna get a shooting guard of some kind.
Yeah.
Within hours, I think. Within hours. The draft's coming on Thursday. It is now Tuesday morning. We started recording on Monday. It's now Tuesday morning. But, it's okay, right? That's how Timberwolves Explosion rolls. You smell that burning over there? That's the midnight oil burning. Yes, that's how Timberwolves Explosion is. Yes. Always has been. We're like a second and a half shift show. Third shift show, you could almost say, but not quite. But, yeah, I better stop. Biggest disappointment, yes. So who gets first dibs?
Biggest disappointment. I can't say Shred because
no.
I'll have to have some confidence in him to begin with.
Oh! Zing! Right?
Oh! I have to say,
punch in the gut.
Chris Johnson.
What?
Not getting enough minutes.
Oh, I was gonna say Chris Johnson.
So's Adelman. I'm disappointing you, Adelman.
Oh, Adelman gets the disappointment nod. Greg Popovich should have definitely got it for the NBA Finals, by the way. Greg Popovich and Ginobili. Yeah. Ginobili is gone. Yes. No, Ginobili would... Okay, I better shut up. Biggest disappointment for me was Kevin Love. Okay, I'm just kidding. It might as well be, though. Yeah. He was terrible.
I think he could have played. I think he just set that one out.
What pissed me off
set the season out.
Yeah, what pissed me off, he came back so early...
Yeah.
That he couldn't shoot. You have an injury to your shooting hand, and your shooting is absolutely vital to the success of this team because that's your top skill pretty much. You're able to hit threes, and you're a 26 points a game scorer. You come back too early with a broken hand. This ain't the NBA Finals, Kevin. You got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than that.
And we're winning.
Mm-hmm. I have to give it to Kevin Love, and next year he'll probably be the MVP easily if he stays healthy. Easily, he'll be the MVP on Timberwolves Explosion State of the Timberwolves 2014. Easily. So this is not like I hate Kevin Love. I love you, Kevin. I love you. But you were disappointing this year, my friend. You were disappointing. Yeah, knuckle push up this and all that good stuff. Yeah, okay, I gotta stop. He's gonna knuckle punch me in a minute, but right? Sorry, Kevin. But well, I can't give it to Rubio. I can't. Barea and Ridnour are just irritating, and I can't give them a disappointment because I wasn't sitting here going, "Oh my God, Barea and Ridnour are awesome." Oh, why aren't they making their shots? It wasn't one of those. It's more like, why the hell isn't Kevin making his shots? That's what it's more like.
Yeah,
his shooting sucked. So I'll give him the Johnny Flynn of the Year. There we go. Johnny Flynn of the Year award. But it was a bad luck 2013. Here we go. 14's got 2 7s in it. That's double the luck going into next year, huh? Do you like that? Was that a good little inside thing there? 2 7s, double the luck. Yes, sir. Here they come. As long as it isn't a triangle with your... Yeah, okay, I won't go there either. Freaking LeBron and all those creepy stuff. Okay. Google that, guys. Google that. Google it. Yes. Okay. I think that's got to be about it. The season wrap up. Hopefully the Timberwolves can come in next year and compete. But obviously, we should have a show again fairly soon. Hopefully you'll be able to review the draft. Would you be able to?
Oh, yeah.
Review the draft and get more into free agency?
Yeah, we're out to this draft party, which I'm sure a lot of people out there are going to be going to.
Aren't you excited? I'm so excited.
Oh, excited, yeah. Finally, we know for sure
Yep.
we're going to make a competent pick.
Yep, knock on wood.
Not because of Wade Guy's, his smile.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Being well-spoken. Just because it goes Syracuse.
And he's a good leader.
Yeah.
That was the worst
all that
ever.
stuff. That was, yeah.
Good leader, my ass. he's a lemming. He's a good leader for lemmings jumping into the sea, but that's about it.
Yeah, man. But now we know we're getting a shooting guard. We're not going to get a guy just and trade down.
Mm-hmm. And I got to think he's going to take the right shooting guard, the best available, without taking him for need, but like, hey, this is the best guy available. Is it O.J. Mayo in the free agency, or is it the Pope? Will the white smoke be puffing out of target center? I really like Pope a lot, actually. I really do.
This actually feels like a draft that we're actually looking at every guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
He's thorough, man.
Yeah,
He's thorough.
I don't remember any other drafts where the guys came here, we saw a video, or, looking the guys over. Usually it was kind of like we pretty much just draft whoever.
Mm-hmm.
We hear is good.
Mm-hmm. Derek Williams. No, not that he's bad, but it just was kind of one of those quintessential picks.
It's not like we looked them over or anything, But now it's like Foot came here and like, look, I can do this myself. You're fired.
Yeah, yeah. Like the Wes Johnson pick was like that. It was just kind of a. Well, we kind of need a wing, so I guess we'll take him. He's look at all the mock drafts saying they say we should take him, so we'll take him.
Yeah.
I can just hear Khan say, "Okay, I'm stupid."
Yeah, Flip probably came in, hey, who helped draft Wesley Johnson? Oh, that was me. Oh, really? Okay, get out of here.
You're done.
You're done.
Is the scouts
fired?
You're fired. What are you gonna do about it? No, I'm just kidding.
As a matter of fact, all the scouts, you guys are gone. Pack your things.
Oh man, what was the famous line in?
A lot of them probably had to have said, it wasn't my fault. Try to tell Khan, I think one guy actually did say that.
Which one?
Like
Wolves
for Wesley. Like, I didn't even have him projected at this range. Why would you even Flynn? Like, hey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Flynn should have been taken at that spot. There's just no way. Shame on me for liking him so much.
Yeah,
very stupid.
Fooled me.
I'm really sorry, guys.
I'm not forgive you for that.
That was an unforgivable thing. I mean, where clearly there were guys that were just, better. They just were better. Jennings obviously was better. Not that he's great, but he was better than Flynn. It's just one of those, where did you learn to trade, you stupid blankety blank, you idiot? Al Pacino from
and then Curry, I can't let my mind go back to that draft. Just thinking of what was lost.
Christmas 2.0 was a really painful Christmas in 2009. It really was, wasn't it? Shame on us, right? No, yeah, it was. That was something else. But with that, dare we call it a night? Dare we? Are you ready? Yeah, I think we have to, don't we? This show was a beast, and it kind of had to because there's a lot of... The playoffs were awesome. Well, no, the finals were awesome. The playoffs kind of almost sucked, but the finals were awesome. The Indiana-Miami series was great, but outside of that, it seemed like a lot of the series were kind of crap, weren't they? The other 7-game series I really didn't enjoy. Well, it was better than some other series, but yeah, Brooklyn, Chicago, meh. But yeah, anyhow, I'm not going to get into the ramble about the playoffs again. Thanks again, guys, for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a wacky show a little bit. It was a little wacky. Did you like it though?
Yeah, it was a good show.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you have fun? Yeah, we talked about a myriad of topics. It got a little bit wacky, but really, I think we covered the bases as much as we could, and there you go. I hope I wasn't too rusty. Yeah, it's been too long. Jeez, almost forgot how to do this. It's been a little too long. So again, the reason for the length of the show is obviously because we've been away for 6 bleeping weeks. So due to like many reasons. So we apologize. We're going to always be here, though. Hopefully we'll be able to do it more often. My schedule should be better, and it is. But obviously the late winter, the lawn cleanups went berserk, and then the lawns were way too long, and the rain never stopped coming, and lawns were getting really tough to do. And yeah, so I was exhausted coming home at night. Like, I'm not recording anything. I'm falling asleep. Kind of like right now. No, I'm kidding. Right? Well, by the end of the show, you are pretty tired. So thanks again, everyone, for listening, and pick the right guy, Flip. Go get him.